There will obviously be some editing involved today. There's a lot of dead air going on here. Alright, so I'm all locked up now. .1 kilometers done. Put the key away and then stash my phone in its little pouch once again and stick it in my shirt. I'm also going to be using my earbuds for the next part, so I'll be able to listen to Samantha. As I switch to running mode.
Workout started. GPS on. Steady 40 minutes at 8 minutes per kilometer. Go.
So I hear that. Yep. And I'm off. Hello. Thank you. Now I have to start my voice recorder.
Zone 1.
I have my phone going.
24 seconds behind. Average heart rate 82.
Now I have my voice recorder going.
Zone 3. Zone 5.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to part 2 of today's epic adventure. Just about to cross Emily Carr Drive. As I take my first walk break.
Zone 5.
So this should be part of a 2 recording session. Pretty soon I'll be away from the noise as I run down Ralston Trail towards Rithet's Bog, which is where the next 5 kilometers will happen for us all.
Zone 6. 1 second ahead. Average heart rate 160.
I can't quite hear Samantha, but I do have my Fitbit type smartwatch, so I can have a quick glance at my heart rate. it'll be running by feel today. Basically, you guys will get the data, but I probably won't.
Average heart rate 163.
I heard a head. That's what I heard. Hi there. I have Samantha on minimal setting. She's just telling me if I'm ahead or behind my pace and by how much. But unfortunately, part of the experiment is not working. My earbuds are in my ears, but I am hearing the sound coming out of my phone. I can also hear the music lilting in the background.
Average heart rate 169.
Hopefully Samantha is keeping good track of my biometrics. Time for another walk break. For the people listening to the recording from my Sony, the music will be quite low in the mix. For those listening to the phone recording, the mix should be a little louder.
10 seconds ahead. Average heart rate 169.
Yep. Still quite high, my heart rate. I checked at my watch and it said 145, so close enough to what the strap is telling me. I did bring my good camera today, so expect to see some photographs on my blog, which I will be posting to the Running Jackal podcast Facebook page. The other thing I've been working with is trying to calibrate my stride length to correspond closer. Hi there. Correspond closer to my actual traveling distance, but because of the walk breaks and because of the varying terrain, my stride length would have to be an approximation. If it's all running, my stride length would be longer than if it's a combination of running and hiking. I hear some noise up ahead. Not sure what that's all about. I'll soon find out. Sounds like some kind of garden equipment. Maybe a pressure washer.
42 seconds ahead. Average heart rate 168.
Another walk break. Actually, it's a guy with a leaf blower.
Zone 6.
Heart rate for my watch is 135. Oh, and the distance, 1 kilometre. That's pretty close. I'm not as familiar with the distances on this loop, especially starting from Pondwood, but with 5k to do, I am 1/5 of the way. And
33 seconds ahead.
I've been
Average
running
heart rate
for about
172.
9 minutes. Hello. So far so good. I'm running with bare hands today. No gloves. The only problem with running so much off my phone is that the battery might run a little low by the end of this session. When I finish my run, I will stop all my extraneous recording. So I had a playlist going at one stage.
54 seconds ahead.
I think that
Average
is
heart
now
rate
finished.
166.
As I take another walk break, I have to remember to listen to my body, because I can't really hear very much else today. The music has stopped. When the music's over, turn out the light. Yep, so now there is no musical accompaniment. My playlist has ended.
Average heart rate 173.
I hear Samantha murmuring in the background. This is an undulating chip trail, gravel, chipped gravel. I'm wearing my road shoes, as they're the most comfortable pair that I have. Nothing terribly technical today. Just the technical challenge of the terrain. Heavy breathing ensues as I grab
52 seconds ahead.
my camera.
Average heart rate 168.
For its first outing of the day.
Zone 5. Zone 4.
I just heard the unmistakable sound of my earbuds powering down. That's okay. Hopefully they won't stop everything from turning. That's why the voice recorder is going to be handy, just in case my phone suddenly stops. But from my earbuds in the past, I've noticed that one of them powers down first. Hi. And the other one keeps going for a little while longer. The right-hand earbud is the one that has the built-in microphone for when you receive a call. They're doing some restoration work here, of which I can chronicle. Yep, there's some kind of interpretive sign as to what's going on. They seem to have cleared out a section of the bog around the edge. South perimeter ditch restoration is what it says.
20 seconds ahead. Average heart rate 138. Zone 1.
Yep, I'm still ahead of the pace. Average pace 8 minutes something, I don't know. I spent most of last night thinking about the settings of my devices. But I know Samantha's still working because she just spoke to me. I know that my voice recorder is still working. I'm not clear as to whether the internal recording on the phone is picking up audio. Not a problem though.
15 seconds ahead. Average heart rate 121.
My nose is running now
Zone 5.
from the cold. It's going to be a no sweat day today.
Zone 6.
I was going through my podcast trying to make space on my phone. I deleted a whole bunch of
Zone 4.
stuff that I don't actually listen to. Plus, I came across a very old episode of Walk Breaks from my friend
Zone 3.
in Florida. He stopped podcasting in 2015, 7 years ago. I shared the link to
18 seconds ahead.
your 5 minutes page. I'm pretty sure that's the only remaining
Zone 5.
episode from his 5-year career of podcasting. Jim, Norman,
Zone 6.
and myself, we all started podcasting around about the same time, back in 2010, 2012, something like that. There goes a harbour airplane. I did acquire a free app which tracks all the flights in my neighbourhood and all over North America, funnily enough, by the radar data. That looks like Harbour Air flying in from Vancouver to the inner harbour. It's quite interesting to see the route that the planes take as they approach the landing strips, either the airports or the stretches of water where they are designated for landing. There is air traffic control keeping tabs on where everybody is, which is great. But one of the things that the app has is a squawk alert. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get a squawk alert today. I get 2 or 3 squawk alerts a day from the app, because it picks up basically that a citizen band for aviators. They have a squawk channel that they use to report any emergencies or changes of route. But most of the time they're coded, and unless you know your squawk codes, you wouldn't really know what's going on unless you look at the app. Sometimes there's radio failure squawks. They must have at least 2 different kinds of radio communication. A bit like comparing SMS with cellular.
Average heart rate 130.
The squawk is more like the SMS. It's always available. Whereas the
Zone 2.
cellular, depending on whether you're on Wi-Fi or whether you have data, you can or cannot communicate.
Zone 3.
So I'm now halfway around the bog. This should be a 40-minute run. I'm up to 19 minutes now. So I should be good. And the data from my watch tells me 2.2k and a pretty high reading of 153 heart rate. So I'm walking a little bit more just so I don't blow up.
Zone 6. 7 seconds ahead. Average heart rate 142.
Easily done.
Halfway to your goal.
There's a whole bunch of people coming towards me. Some of these Rithet's bog daily walkers.
Zone 4.
Hello. There's one. And now there's 3 guys and 1 pooch. This is the section next to the duck pond.
Zone 5.
Hello. Hi, doggy. The dog looked terrified of me.
Zone 6.
But I think the dogs pick up on their owner's vibes. If the owner
16
gets
seconds ahead.
spooked,
Average heart
the
rate
dog will get
155.
spooked. That's for sure. Time for another photograph. As I dig
Zone
once
5.
again for my equipment. I dropped my camera today.
Zone 4.
I had some rather annoying toggles on my protective case that were coming out in the audio as little clicks.
Zone 2.
Every time I took a step, it was clicking, but because my fanny pack is closer to my voice recorder than my mouth, it was picking up those clicks quite loudly. But I took my camera and its case into
1
the
second ahead.
garage
Average heart rate
to
139.
snip off with a pair of wire snippers. Hello. A pair of wire snippers. I had to snip off the toggles because they were rattling. But in the process of pulling the camera out of its pouch, it dropped to the stone floor
Zone 4.
of my garage. But luckily, to no damage. That's what I love about old technology.
Zone 3.
It is a little more robust than the new stuff. It's quite remarkable how fragile a phone is,
Zone 2.
mostly to moisture and pressure. I was at the weight room yesterday doing
15 seconds
one of the
behind.
machines,
Average heart rate 139.
and it involved putting my chest against a pad and pulling on 2 levers, working my biceps.
Zone 2.
But it involved pushing my chest hard against this padded cushion, and before I put any pressure in, I noticed that my phone was between
Zone 3.
my solar plexus and this padding. And I didn't really want to crack my screen. So I had to dig for my phone and
Zone 4.
pull it out, hang it over the top of the equipment. As I take my turn,
Zone 5.
I'm going to take a photograph of the Guinness family
9
sign.
seconds behind.
Rithet's bog was given to the people of Saanich by the Guinness family in 1994. Shortly before we came to Victoria. Hello.
Zone 2.
Hi. A couple of swarthy gentlemen. I think they might have been from Persia. Persia, as you know,
Zone 2.
was the old name for Iran. Iran. Similar but different.
28 seconds behind. Average heart rate 126. Zone 4.
I haven't decided on a name yet, so I'm going to leave it open. If I get a squawk alert, I will call that into the title.
Zone 5.
Somehow I will wind it in to the title. Depending on which feed I use, it'll either be a mash up at the end, or just a straight raw recording. I like having options open to me, so as I check
Zone 4.
my data on my phone, I'll be able to see what's going on. Yeah, I'm still recording audio. That is good. And
Zone 2.
if I go to my
39 seconds behind.
iSmooth Run app,
Average heart rate 148.
I have done 26 minutes. Yep. And
Zone 1.
the heart rate comparison is within 10 beats of each other. Yep, close enough. 2.9
Zone 2.
kilometers on my watch, 3.2 on the app. So I trust the GPS more than I do my watch, because the watch does not have GPS. It just has a count of the arm swing. And just then, when I had my phone out, I would have had my arm no longer swinging.
Zone 3. 58 seconds behind.
I think I have it set now on 85 centimeters per swing.
Zone 4.
And averaging that out, pretty close to my GPS. It'll vary slightly depending on how much hiking I do
Zone 5.
at the end of this run. Probably not very much, but when I do, like now, it's going to overinflate the distance,
Zone 6.
because all it's doing is counting the number of times my arm swings. So far so good, as I keep saying.
52 seconds behind. Average heart rate 153.
Maybe I'll call it the So Far So Good episode. Has a certain ring to it.
Zone 5.
Unless I get a squawk alert. I can hear something rattling, but it's diametrically opposed to where my voice recorder is. My voice recorder is in my left hand, and my keys, jangling in my pocket, are on the right side of my butt cheek. on the right cheek, or off to the right of my right cheek.
Zone 5.
Oh, here's a little kid. I better walk in case I knock him over.
45 seconds behind. Average heart rate 144.
Hello.
Zone 6.
Make room in the path, Oliver. Hello.
Hello, Oliver.
Sorry, we're still learning how to make room in the path.
Well, I stopped running in case I knocked him over.
You're very sweet.
Thank you. Oh, look
what
at
a nice
that.
gift.
It's these leaves. Look,
Wow.
little leaves.
Some valuables.
I'll keep them.
Yeah. Oh, so sweet.
Bye-bye.
Have a great run.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Oliver.
Zone 2.
Yeah. I still have a couple of leaves that he gave me. I think I'll get rid of them now.
Zone 5.
I was going to take a photograph, but nah. You
55
can
seconds
imagine
behind. Average
all of
heart
this
rate
little gift.
144. Zone 3.
Zone 3, I heard. Let's see what the watch says. It's in triple digits. But the watch is more of an instantaneous, at that very moment in time, kind of heart rate rather than averaged over the last minute. So I have a little bit more climbing to do before I finish this run. So
Zone 3.
I will probably just save my breath for a little longer. And you can enjoy the pounding of my
58 seconds
feet.
behind. Average heart rate 133. Zone 6. Zone 5. Zone 4.
And down. Good morning.
Zone 3.
Very healthy looking nonagenarian. It's funny how people, when they get to the age of 90,
1 minute behind.
you can
Average heart
tell
rate 151. Zone 5.
that they are basically very robust. He was walking without a limp, without any additional walking aids. Good straight back on that gentle man as I climb out of the bog. This is one of those very hard to make a negative split out of
Zone 3.
runs because you go down into the bog and then you have to come back out again. So, hi there. Another guy talking on the phone to somebody who said, yeah.
1 minute 8 seconds behind. Average
Probably
heart rate
his son.
144. Zone 2.
Up I go. You heard of Samantha, but I didn't. I just have to play by feel today.
Zone 3.
Zone 3 I heard. I'm glad she's not too loud. That would be excruciating. Might even come out on the Sony if I can hear it with my earbuds in, even though the earbuds are silent, they are blocking off some of the ambient sound for me. The reason I left them in was because I tend to speak a little bit louder
1 minute
when
11
I
seconds
have them
behind.
in.
Average heart rate 134.
It's all to do
Zone
with
5.
feedback from my voice to my ears. If I block the ears a little bit, I speak louder to hear myself. You hear yourself through your cranium as well, not just through the air.
Zone 4.
Zone 4. Just coming up on 4K on my watch.
Zone 3.
Crossing Shadywood. This is where, if I'm running from home, I join the bog loop here at Shadywood. I'm going to take a photograph of this sign.
Average heart rate 148.
Average heart rate 148. I did hear that.
Zone 4.
As I put the camera away.
Zone 3.
The only problem with in the shirt recordings is they might be noisy, depending on how loose the shirt is. Crossing a little bridge over Ralston Creek. No water in the creek today.
Zone 5.
If there is any water, it'll be storm drains running from the subdivisions in this area, but there hasn't been any rain, so very little roof and gutter action. The only water that you get nowadays would be people watering their lawn excessively, or washing their car, or pressure washing their driveway. That water would end up in the creek eventually.
Zone 5.
Zone 5. My goodness. I am getting excited today. I'm looking forward to checking on this little audio experiment.
Zone 3.
Back to manageable levels of zonage.
1 minute 38 seconds behind. Average heart rate 151. Zone 4.
I know if I could get back in 40 minutes, that'll be about an 8-minute pace.
Zone 5.
Which will be okay. It'll give me a reasonably length run. It'll also give me a reasonably length show, should I decide to post one of it in its full extent. That might be what I do with the in the shirt recording. I can always
Zone 6.
edit the Sony down a little bit, depending how I feel.
Zone 5. 1 minute 25 seconds behind. Average heart rate 153.
Hello.
Zone 3.
Yep. Back up into the higher zones again. It's good having a belt and braces approach with the heart rate data as well. I've got two sources. Should one let me down, I can check on the other one. Now I've forgotten what I was going to call this episode. Back on Emily Carr Drive. Just about to take the last 300 meters.
1 minute 48 seconds behind. Average heart rate 131.
There was a woman with a baby that was
Zone 2.
not more than a week old. All I saw were these couple of little sausages hanging out of her little pouch. She had a pouch with a baby in. I had a pouch with a phone in. All right, the last push now to the bike. Hopefully, both of these recordings will work. So we will be okay until the Sunday show. I will have some stuff
Zone 3.
to send to the internet.
Zone 5. Workout finished. Average heart rate 128.
So I managed to get rid of one click by taking off those
Zone 6.
toggles on my... Oh, there goes the other earbud. Hello.
Good morning.
Let me see what's going on here.
Zone 5.
Zone 5, I heard. Yep, still recording. $40 minutes, 36
Zone 3.
seconds. So that should be the end of my workout. Right about now. I have 4.9 kilometers done.
Zone
As
2.
I approach my locked bike. I hope nobody's gone through my panniers. That would be very alarming. No, I don't think they have. Good. So that's that. Stop everything and carry on with my chores.
Zone 1. Workout paused. Workout stop.
Stop.